What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This has been another highly requested video. You guys want to know if the Concavenator is worth growing or not, and we're going to discuss it in this video. So I would say probably for the past week or months, you guys have been begging me to do a video on is it worth growing this guy, and I thought I would finally get around to it. So if you guys are new to the series, this is how it works. First, we discuss the things I like about the dino, and then we discuss the things I do not like about him, and then at the end I just decide if I think he's worth growing or not. Obviously it's just my opinion. The reason I do this series is to help you guys out, because I know if you play on official servers, it takes a long time to grow dinos, and you guys want to know if it's worth your time growing it or not. So that's why I do this series, and because mostly you guys just enjoy it in general. So let's start off with the things I like about him. One thing is his speed. If you guys don't know, he has 1100 speed, which is the same speed as the new Pycno dino or the Allosaurus. So he can keep up with a lot of creatures, and it could be good for chasing creatures as well. He actually has decent stamina drain, so you can see that his stamina does not drain as fast. So if we put it on auto run like this, we can run for far distances, and with his fast speed, this is perfect for when you're trying to get away from predators, or if you're trying to chase your prey and you want to catch up to them. It's actually really good, especially in packs. I feel like this dino does way better in packs than it does by itself, but it can be fairly good. You can see we've been running for like, what, 10-15 seconds, and we barely lost a quarter of the stamina bar. So his stamina is definitely really, really good. Now when it comes to his stamina regen, we're going to lay down here and see how fast it would regen. And once we fully lay down, stamina regen is pretty good too. You can see it goes right back up. We're back at full stamina, ready to run again. So definitely good for traveling the map, especially if you got to run far distances. Another good thing about his stamina is he has 400 max stamina, which is probably the second highest max stamina in the carnivore category. The only dino that has more max stamina than this guy in the carnivore category is the Latin. The Latin has 450, where this guy has 400 max stamina. He also has 2100 combat weight, which is pretty average for his size, so it's nothing crazy when it comes to his combat weight, because he is pretty small, and he does have good health recovery rate as well, mostly better than a lot of the other creatures or dinos in his category. So that's pretty good. He has good stamina recovery, he has good health recovery, and he has good speed. A lot of good things about this guy. So before we go over his moveset, I just want to say another thing I like about him is apparently he's a pretty good swimmer. Now a lot of you guys have been saying this in the comments. I never even tried it out before, so this will be the first time. But you guys saying he's actually like a semi-aquatic and he can swim in the water. So before we put on any extra perks or anything to make him swim faster, we're going to see how he swims regular. So this is his regular swimming speed. Obviously, it looks nothing crazy, looks pretty normal like any other dino. It does seem a little bit quick, but not the best. So now we're going to put on all of the extra swimming attachments, or perks, whatever you want to call it. So for that, we have the Streamline Hide, which increases his swimming speed and turning. Then we have Paddle, which increases his swimming speed and turning radius and oxygen. And then he has Back Limb, where you can add Dive, where you can dive underwater, increases his swimming speed again, and oxygen. So we have 3 different things increasing his swimming speed, which is pretty good. So we're going to put that on, and then now we're going to test it again. So we're going to see how he goes in now. Oh my god, yes. This is what, yeah, this speed is crazy. Now I see what you guys are talking about with how fast he can really swim. Literally, he should be able to at least hold his own against, well, at least a pack of these should hold their own against any semi-aquatics in the water. Imagine just a pack of conchs with the older swimming stuff on, and they're just all charging in the water. I feel like that can be a lot of fun. And you can see how fast we just got to the other side of the lake. So that's actually pretty insane. So I definitely love that about him. Any land creature that can also do good in water, definitely one of my favorites. So let's go over his stats really quickly. We're just going to go over the other moves. So he does have a bite attack, and his bite attack does 50 damage. So it's not that bad. But keep in mind though, you do have a low combat weight, so it's not going to really do that much damage to bigger prey. or predators, but obviously if you have a pack of you guys, then you can do more damage. For front limb, you have paddle, which we tried. Then we have balance, which just increases your turn radius. And then you have a claw attack. The Conk's claw attack only does 20 damage with 0.75 bleed. That's actually pretty good bleed still. So again, if you are in packs, you can all do claw attacks and really bleed out anybody. So that's really good. And I experienced that in the past where I got jumped by a group of these guys, and he really can do bleed, even if you're a T-Rex or something. For hide, he's a streamline, standard, and lightweight if you want to make it really fast. For back limb, he has dive and then standard. Standard is just standard stats with no positive or negative traits. So really, it's just dive for this category. And then for tail attack, it's 20 damage. So overall, he has a basic moveset, nothing crazy. I think what really makes him shine, though, is his ability to really become, like, basically a semi-aquatic and really go in water. And with the good bleed attack he has, I feel like he can do a lot of good bleed damage to anybody. Now let's discuss the things I do not like about this guy. I'm going to seem mean for this, but I don't like his look. I mean, even if he looked like this back then, he just looks so weird. I just hate this little hump on his back right there, that little 2 lumps right there. It's just annoying to look at. I know, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm body shaming, but that's just my opinion. I don't like how he looks. That's why I don't really play him as much. Another thing I would say I don't like is he does have the lowest amount of health out of every official dino. He has 475 health. That is the lowest. That is lower health than the Latin, lower health than the Campto, than the Struthi. He's literally the weakest when it comes to the max health, and I hope they can buff that a little bit. I honestly don't know why they gave him such a little health if he doesn't really have even that much good of a moveset. But I don't know, maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about him having the lowest amount of health out of every dino in the game? And then another ability I wish they would add, which I know basically only modded dinos have these type of abilities, is like some type of lunging ability. I don't know, maybe he's too big for having a lunging ability, but I feel like it would be pretty cool. Maybe if he had a lunging or pouncing or a jump back or something like that. That would be a pretty cool addition to have on this guy. But other than that, that's really it. I can't think of anything else I don't really like about him besides him having the lowest amount of health. I feel like with his speed, with his damage, his bleeds attack, and with him traveling in packs, they can be very, very good. And the question is, do I think he is worth growing? I will say yes, but mostly if you're playing in packs. I don't think it's like the Serato, where Serato is worth growing even if you're playing solo. But really for this guy, if you're going to grow him, I would suggest to do it if you plan on, grouping up with other conks or any other group of dinos. If you're going to play this guy solo, I don't think you're going to do really good. Yes, you'll have the ability to swim fast in water, but Sarcos will just fuck you up because if you're by yourself and you have the lowest amount of health in the game, it can really do you damage. So I think he's worth growing only if you have a group. If not, I don't think he's worth growing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video though. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more Path of Titans content, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Let me know what dino you want me to do next. Peace. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and it's been a highly requested video on if the oh my god, how the fuck you say his name?